was just the best time of my life. And every time I went back to the UK, I just felt depressed.
What made you come to Dubai? What was the reason that you decided, you know what, I'm going to leave the UK and start a new life? It's not an easy decision.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really have much though, so it wasn't like I was leaving much behind. At the time, I just finished some probation service because I nearly went to prison for 2 years.
Okay.
Just getting caught up in the wrong kind of situations, and it was just a constant reminder being in that place that, you know, like I didn't really have much going on for me, you know.
Yeah.
And I always wanted to leave because I travelled when I was younger. So when I was like 17, 18 and 20, in the summers I'd go and work in Greece and spend the whole summer there, like in Crete, 5-6 months there, and it was just so much fun.
Is Crete Malia? Yeah. I've been to Malia and I've been to Crete twice with my wife.
Unreal,
it's different.
Unreal island, mate. Unreal island. I mean, obviously in the daytime we'd go and find like different things, and it was just the best time of my life. And every time I went back to the UK, I just felt depressed.
So how long were you doing over there in one block?
5 to 6 months. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'd go in May, come back at like the end of September.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I just loved it. I just enjoyed it. And you know, I trained to be a chef, and I'd worked in restaurants since I was 14. I'd worked my way up to working in a Michelin star restaurant, and then when I'd experienced what that was like, I realised that potentially that was not the real path for me. But obviously when you're younger and you're planning your future, you're thinking, right, okay, I'm going to be a chef, I'm going to work in the best restaurants, and that's going to take me all around the world. So that was like the goal. When that didn't come through, obviously it was back to the drawing board. And then when Dubai came around, it was just kind of like my ticket out of there. And I was nervous, like obviously regardless of how much I didn't really enjoy my life, you know, I was still nervous because I was leaving and going to the unknown. I'd never been to Dubai, I didn't know what it was like. I just remember my friend was sending me all these pictures of Lamborghinis and stuff and palm trees. I was like, this looks random. And then came here and haven't looked back, you know.
Nice. And when you say Dubai came around, how did it come around?
So I actually sold a house to somebody in the UK who had a business out here.
Your house or our
No, a house.
Okay.
Yeah, because I got into sales and started selling real estate back in the UK, and sold a house from Northampton. So this is quite a good place to invest because it's very close to London, but the house prices are like a fraction of the cost. So a lot of people live in Northampton but commute to London. So yeah, good place for investors, and the property prices are good. So yeah, sold a house, and the guy was like, yeah, I want you to come work for me. And that's how I came out here.
Amazing. Okay.
Yeah. And that was it. Like I was just like,
What do you think you'd be doing if you never sold that house? Genuinely.
God.
I mean, there'd be something different one there.
I mean, I'd probably have stayed in that kind of realm of work really, because I sold a lot of property in the UK, even though I had no property background. But yeah, just I remember in my first month I sold like 15, 16 houses.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I just like hit the ground running, and I was always consistently selling around 10 to 12 houses. But it was just like I was just not happy. Like I wasn't content. Like I just always wanted more from my life, and that was kind of what reflected in my job choices as well. Because I was never staying places. I was always up and off, you know. And I think that was just because of my environment as well, you know. So, but also not to forget, I don't talk about this much because it's like an old part of my life. But when I quit the chefing industry, I got into DJing.
Okay.
So I didn't know what I wanted. So I was like, I trained my whole life to be a chef. I don't want to be a chef. What should I do? So, you know, I wasn't earning good money.
Progression is into DJ.
I was not even a natural progression. But what happened was I was working 2 jobs. So when I moved back to Northampton, I wasn't earning too much money. So I'd work a full-time job in a restaurant, working as a chef, and then I got a job in a bar in the evenings, and it was just basically so I could earn money but get pissed at the same time. And then I started chatting to the DJs, and he took me under his wing and taught me how to DJ on vinyl. Nice. And then I built my own path from there. So in fact, that probably, to go back on that question, if I didn't leave the UK, I'd probably either be signed to a record label because I was playing with some really big DJs, or still working in the sales game. But the DJ game's not all it's cracked up to be, because you obviously drink a lot, you party a lot. You know, I remember times where I would I'd have like Thursdays and Fridays off, and I'd DJ on a Wednesday night. At one point, I was DJing Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. No, sorry, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. But sometimes the parties would go on for 2 days, and then I'd be back to DJing, and it's just not the sort of life you need when you're older, you know.
Yeah, it's definitely a young person.
Yeah, young person's game.